while we love Marvel's Black Panther, that doesn't mean we don't have some lingering questions about everything that went down. Here are the biggest WTF questions we had after watching T'Challa's long-awaited solo film. Killmonger had the heart-shaped herb destroyed, and considering that was the source of the elixir which granted all Black Panthers with superpowers, does that mean the Black Panther line of succession truly ends with T'Challa? While anyone can put on a vibranium suit, not anyone is born with the abilities necessary to protect Wakanda. While Killmonger clearly died at the end of the film, he has died and been resurrected by his followers before in the comics. While that would seem unlikely to happen in the MCU and would definitely undercut the emotional and thematic weight of his death in the film, there is at least a comic book precedent for Killmonger to return should the filmmakers ever want to bring him back. While King T'Challa and Wakanda might receive some good press thanks to revealing their technology and wealth to the world, wouldn't there also be a huge public relations blowback for their centuries of isolationism throughout so many wars, famines, and atrocities? It's noble for T'Challa to finally open up Wakanda to the world, but just as Tony Stark's "I am Iron Man" declaration led to unintended and dramatic consequences for him, it would seem inevitable that there will be some repercussions for T'Challa and his nation in future films. So Killmonger was only in tow with Klaue in order to use his corpse to get into Wakanda? Why even go to that museum and go through all that stealing and shooting? Or why let Klaue go off to South Korea, get captured, and then go through the hassle of breaking him out of a CIA safe house? Seems like Killmonger could have saved himself a lot of hassle if he had just killed Klaue to begin with and taken him right to Wakanda. It turns out Wakanda is hugely wealthy. How much money laundering and financial shenanigans did they have to commit to hide all that money? Any banking or financial transaction creates a trail. So they never traded with any country at any time? Vibranium is the source of all their wealth, but where and how are they getting all that money from if they don't trade or sell their most valuable resource to anyone from the outside world? Other nations have thought of Wakanda as a poorer, simpler country than they were. Revealing they've actually been hugely wealthy for a very long time would surely make investigators around the world very interested in what else and how much they've been hiding. Would also stand to reason the United Nations is going to ask Wakanda to contribute a whole lot more money than they've probably been paying up until T'Challa's speech. M'Baku and the Jabari tribe say they're vegetarians, but they live on a frozen mountaintop. So how do they grow food to eat? Maybe they have some greenhouses hidden up there, and stockpile supplies during the colder months, or trade with a neighboring tribe for food. And if they don't kill the apes to eat them, how did they get all their fur? Do they just wait for the gorillas to die before taking it? Do they round them up and shear them like sheep? Or is it actually synthetic fur? How exactly does vibranium cure Ross's gunshot wound? Shuri credited the cosmic metal in Wakandan tech for healing Ross's wound so rapidly and completely. Vibranium is a metal. How does one metal help nullify another metal that's been shot into someone's body? We know vibranium is an indestructible metal that originates from space, and that Wakanda has the mother lode thanks to a meteorite that landed eons ago. It's been used to build Captain America's shield and is part of Black Panther's suit. Vibranium radiation also affected Wakanda's plant life, which in turn helped create the powers of the heart-shaped herb. And as seen in the film, vibranium can also absorb kinetic energy. So given its cosmic origins and all the wondrous things it can already do, could Wakandan vibranium, or the meteorite that smashed into the country, be the key to the final Infinity Stone sought by Thanos? The post-credits scene revealed Shuri had somehow cured Bucky Barnes of his Winter Soldier ways, but his future became even more curious after he was referred to as White Wolf by some Wakandan kids. In the comics, there's a character called White Wolf who survived a plane crash in Wakanda as a child and was adopted by King T'Chaka. He grew up to be Hunter, aka White Wolf, who served as the head of Wakanda's secret police. Might this White Wolf reference suggest Bucky will become a variation of the Hunter character? If so, this would give Bucky a new home now that he's no longer a brainwashed assassin wanted around the world for his crimes. Serving Wakanda in such a capacity would not only help redeem Bucky's past, it would also create a compelling new relationship between him and T'Challa after their conflict in Civil War. For more about the White Wolf of it all, check out our explainer piece of Black Panther's ending and post-credit scenes, and also check out our review of the movie.
The Black Panther movie has 2 end credit scenes, so we're going to explain what they mean for the future of T'Challa and the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But beware of spoilers. The post-credit scene shows a small Wakandan village where Bucky is being rehabilitated by Shuri. The last time we saw Bucky was in the post-credit scene to Captain America's Civil War, where he was put in cryogenic stasis until he could be cured of his trigger word brainwashing. Marvel Comics released a story that fills in the gap between these scenes, called Avengers Infinity War Prelude #1. There, Shuri explains to T'Challa that she put Bucky on ice in order to scan his brain and do tests on a digital copy of his mind. Her goal was to remove the trigger words and reboot his brain, with the challenge of not damaging his original personality. Given that Bucky is now thawed out and he's allowed to interact with children, it looks like Shuri was successful. But even though the brainwashing may be gone, it's clear from Bucky's anguished demeanor that he still needs to process all the psychological trauma caused by years of being forced to murder people as a mindless assassin. It's also worth pointing out that he's shown without a mechanical arm, but we know that he gets a new one thanks to our glimpse of him in the trailer for Avengers Infinity War. We're assuming this new arm is Wakandan technology built with vibranium, probably by tech genius Shuri herself. You're also probably wondering why the Wakandan children called Bucky White Wolf. That's actually the codename of a character from the comics named Hunter. Hunter was the adopted son of T'Challa's late father. Though he was jealous of T'Challa because he knew he would never sit on the throne, Hunter was made the head of Wakanda's secret police, the Hatu Sarase, better known as the Dogs of War. Hunter was given the name White Wolf. As for how this applies to Bucky, we're thinking that he might go on to have a role not unlike Hunter's, where he becomes an adopted son of Wakanda. After all, Wakanda and its people are the first to treat him with kindness after he became a murder machine and went on the run in Civil War. Considering we see Bucky fighting alongside the Avengers in the trailer for Infinity War, perhaps he's also standing up to defend his new home, and when the dust settles after the battle with Thanos, he'll decide to stay. That's all speculation, but with Bucky's training, T'Challa could make him a war dog and make him become the MCU's version of the White Wolf. The mid-credit scene shows T'Challa revealing the true nature of Wakanda to the United Nations. The world was under the impression that Wakanda was a third world country, but now they know the country is a technologically advanced society with unbelievable weapons and medicine, all made possible by the wondrous properties of vibranium. Killmonger gave T'Challa a rude awakening, wanting Wakanda to emerge from the shadows, strike using their weapons, and take countries down by force. While Killmonger's methods were too extreme, T'Challa saw that he had a good point. It was indeed time for Wakanda to share its resources with the world, but through altruistic means that would help build a better tomorrow for everyone. Of course, while T'Challa has good intentions, there will be those who want to take Wakanda's resources for themselves. We saw what kind of chaos Claw caused, and he was just one man. So imagine how many others will take a shot at Wakanda now that his treasures are public knowledge. Defending Wakanda while still trying to do good for the world could very well be the premise for a potential Black Panther sequel. At the very least, we can tell from the Infinity War trailer that Wakanda is probably the only place with technology powerful enough to repel an attack from Thanos' alien army. That is where you can expect to see Black Panther and company next. Thanks for watching.
Hi guys, this is Sugar Bunny 69, and right now I'm in Wakanda, and I'm having a great time. They're making me a suit for me out of vibranium, and they're making it for me so I can kick Thanos' ass. What in the ass? The total ass. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm home doing the thing that I always do. I just want to thank you for watching. So please, give a like and subscribe. And please, most of all, watch my videos. Please. And subscribe if you can. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll talk to you next time. See ya.